All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down, Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Brissett to throw on first. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
53's the mark. 53. Check.
They'll throw again. Brissett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. 22-yard line.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20. 59. Good trap. Cover.
Brady now on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Brady. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
But that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A gain of 7. First down.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Brady now to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the 2nd year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, fellas. Goes take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
72.
To throw again. Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
59, Mike, check, 59. Come on, D. Mike, check, 59. Wait, hit.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got his man here. It's Green. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Wait, set. Mike, 59. Stay with your man. Check. Kill. When he hit.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Go Bandit.
Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Brady. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put him in command before it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a give, right side. Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. This is Hines. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Hey, go 66. Hey, Charlie.
Check. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Here we go.
Go 50. Hey, 66.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Wait, 20. Hey, check it.
Watch 14.
Hey, echo.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Let's go up. No, 66. Let's go up. No, 66.
On first down, Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rock Ya-Sin. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Landry, the intended target. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Brissett now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long. Play action now. Brissett. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check 50. Check 50. Check. Mike Fox.
Throwing again. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Check 53's Mike. I'm coming up to you.
Brissett on first down. Complete to Jones. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. Push him back. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's our time. It's
Brissett sets to throw it. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now Brady to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80. Here we go. Grip.
58 to Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
Come on, QB, come on. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got it. Check 3, check 3.
53, Linda. Hey, wahoo. Regular.
Brady now on first down. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Check, 59, 59. I got him. Mike's 59. Rip.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He finds Riddick, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go get him. Go get him. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Alert! Let's get it, defense. Let's get it together.
Smooth.
59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. We own them.
Alert.
To throw, it's Brady. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Brady again. And Ingram hauls it in. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Brady, 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Mike's 59.
Rip.
59.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Hey, check it.
Big Ed.
Sugar. Alert.
Again, it's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Check 59, Mike. Alpha. 59, Mike the 59. Hey, Alpha. Coming up to you.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Pierre Desir. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Squeeze, double. Let's go. That's it. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Here we go. Check 53 is Mike. Hey, let's get in that hole.
A first down throw for Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that makes the score 28-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rock Ya-Sin. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
First down 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
First down, Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
I'm coming, baby.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Check. Right slow. Travel. Show it up. Hayward. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch twist. Rotate. Spell.
On third down, it's Hines. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They'll run for it with Hines. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It's John Simon with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Colts 28, Broncos nothing.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. That good for 19 and a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They run with Hines, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
The 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Spud! Let's go! Sugar!
Now Brady. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 69 yards. Here's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the back? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Hey, Bolt 66.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Hey, Orbit.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Green brings it in. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brady now to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw is Brady. He's going to go up top for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. Stills the intended target. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. A huge play that time for the Colts. 48 yards on the ground.
Check it back.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Brissett to throw on first. Complete to Hilton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Brissett now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Quick throw here to Hilton. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
6 man. Check ready.
They'll try to run this one in, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check. Lucky.
Brady going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hey, alert 3.
Hey, check it. When he hit.
Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing now is Brady. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. Extra point from McManus is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
That good for 22 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And an alley to run. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 30 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Let's go, Spud.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wait, that. Why, 20.
Watch the backer. Switch.
Hey, 66.
Watch twist.
Let's go up. No, 66. Go Bandit!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Check, ready. 50, 53 is mine. It's great.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run again with Hines. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's it, baby.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3 and 5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.